In this video, I'm going to show how to use get execution policy and how to set it execution policy. If you want to run the script, this script is just to grab services with a status stop, and then it will start services service name VDS, which is virtual disk, and it will then grab the service with the status running, and then it will open the file to see which one is running, which one is stopped. So if we run the script, we will get the message cannot be loaded because running script is disabled on the system. This is default, where you cannot run the script. This prevented from the people to run script from the internet or malicious software or malware, so it's disabled. So to enable that, let's see what this policy. So we type get execution policy, and if we run the command, we will see the setting is right now restricted, and we can see more detail. If we run this, and we'll see the scope is right now undefined, so this is a default. So let's change that to a remote sign. A remote sign is the safer one option to pick or to use, and I will include the link what it means and more detail that you can read that from Microsoft. Let's set execution policy, and if we just set minus execution policy without defining the scope, let's set to remote sign, and if we run this script, and it will ask you if you really want to run the script, and we'll say yes, or to change the setting, we say yes, and let's see. Now the policy is remote signed, and if we see the detail, and it will change to local machine. So in local machine meaning that all user that be able to using this machine be able to run the script. So if you do not want to allow other user to run in the script, then we need to change the scope only current user, which is you. So let's change it back to the default setting. So here I'm going to change this to restricted. I can run that script. So yes, and if we check again, and now back to restricted, and you see the scope is restricted in local machine. So let's change that local machine to undefined. I mean, you can leave that restricted, that's fine, and I'm just going to show you to you exactly how to do this. So we're going to change this, the scope, to local machine, and we're going to change this one to undefined. Let's run that script. So if we list, we get a policy still restricted, and the scope for that local machine is undefined. Okay, so let's change that one specific to the current user. So how are we going to do that one? So here the same thing, we're going to say current user, and as you can see right now, I just hit tab key, and that will complete the parameter or the value. So here I'm going to change this to remote sign. So if we execute this command, and let's list that, and we display right now change to the remote sign, and if we check, the current user is remote sign. So let's see if we can run the script now. Run the script. As you can see now, we have the output file to see that the service is stopped, and we can see here BDS or virtual disk is stopped, And if you can see, the next one is the VDS or virtual disk is running. So now we know that after changing the policy, we will be able to run the script. So to change it back, I think the best way to do that one, to change it back if you're not using it anymore, just because then nobody else or some hacker try to run the script on your system. So here we're going to change this scope current user. We're going to change that one to remote sign. Restricted. And if you run that, and if you list it, it's back to restricted, and the current user is, and you can leave this restricted, that's fine. Basically same thing, restricted and undefined. Undefined meaning it's not defined yet. Now we define it as restricted, so nobody can run it. So if you try to run the script, you will get the same message like the first one, that cannot be loaded because run a script is disabled on the system. So I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, please click like and subscribe.